On this New Year's edition of Terriers Take 5, the holidays are about giving back. How did the Terriers do their part to help 700 Boston youths? No sheet of ice is the same, but how did the men's ice hockey team fare at frozen Fenway? And the men's basketball team is rewriting history. How have the Terriers made all the winning plays? This is an official storm warning. Terriers Take 5 starts right now. Welcome everyone to Terriers Take 5. I'm Brian Moore. Happy New Year to you all. 2014 is off to a roaring start for the Terrier teams. We'll showcase the finest so far this season and do it in a span of just 5 minutes. So start the clock, here we go. But before we look at 2014, let's go back to the end of the holiday season. While the Terriers are known to spread holiday cheer on the field, it was what the Terrier athletes did in the local Boston classrooms that made the holidays merry and bright for 700 of Boston's youngsters. On December 12th and 13th, more than 300 Terrier athletes from 25 varsity teams volunteered in the 17th annual holiday reading program.
Today is always an amazing event. I think it means a lot for these kids to have someone to really introduce all these books to them and to read with them, and I think it's important that they know that they need to keep reading, and the athletes really bring that message.
BU also donated a book to each of the individual classes they visited and vouchers for free admission to upcoming Terrier Athletic events, and presented each of the 700 Boston youths a book for their own collection.
We think this was a wonderful opportunity. The kids were so engaged. Our BU students were so engaged. We'd love this to happen more often.
This is my 4th year doing the holiday reading program, and it gets better every single year. The kids get more and more excited. They come to expect us to come, and they really, really like having us, I think.
Over the 2 days, Terriers visited schools in Allston, Brighton, the South End, Dorchester, and East Boston. Well, if playing at Madison Square Garden wasn't enough of a history lesson, the men's ice hockey team tried to one-up themselves. The Terriers faced the University of Maine in the oldest ballpark in America, here at frozen Fenway. On a soggy, warm day in Boston, the men's ice hockey team drove the mile down Commonwealth Avenue to take on the University of Maine at Fenway Park. Fans huddled under umbrellas and even waited out the first recorded rain delay. As the main event in this year's Alumni Winterfest weekend, the Terriers made a third-period comeback, scoring 3 straight goals to pull within 2, but ultimately fell to the Black Bears 7-3. This was BU's second appearance at frozen Fenway after BU beat Boston College in the first frozen Fenway back in 2010. After starting the previous 2 seasons a combined 0-9, the BU men's basketball team started this season the right way, winning their first 2 games. I had the chance to sit down with the 3 Philadelphia senior tri-captains about their final season and the close calls that might make this last run one to remember. Snapped 5-game season opening losing streak, snapped 7-year conference opener losing streak, fastest team in program history to 10 wins this year. Dom, I know you wanted to make this a very special season in your final year. Do those accolades kind of prove that it's been a special season so far?
Yes. Us getting out of that 5-game losing streak and being the first team to quickly get 10 wins, it says something special about the team.
You can argue really which is considered DJ Irving's greatest game in a Terrier uniform. Was it the game against Albany last year where he hit those 2 threes that propelled you guys back? Or was it the Quinnipiac game this year where I don't even know what was in his head, he just steps up to the 3-point line and buries the 3. DJ, was that planned by you? Did you know you were going to do that?
Nah, I just took what the defense gave me. I saw him backing up, so I just rose up and shot.
Dom, you were looking at him, and then all of a sudden you turned to get the offensive rebound. Did you think he was going up with that shot?
I didn't know what he was doing, and DJ was wide open. I was like, he better shoot. At least I could go and get the rebound, and he shot, and when it left his hand, I knew it was good. So I was like, oh, I'm fine.
Well, it's funny. We'll skip ahead to the Lehigh game. This was the second 1-point win of the season. You talk about a guy driving, 6-point lead evaporates in the final minute. Down by a point, all of a sudden DJ gets the ball with 8 seconds to go. No timeout being called. Coach Joe Jones just says, go. DJ, hesitation dribble, draws the foul. Did that remind any of you guys of another game, maybe the Americas Championship game with John Holland getting a foul like that?
Yeah.
It definitely reminded me of that game. Now that you said that, because in that game, John he went for a back cut and he got fouled on that play. It was a questionable foul call, but I'm glad they called it.
Well, let me ask you, was that a questionable call when you went at him?
No,
it looked like you went at his head.
That wasn't a questionable foul. They tripped me on the way to the basket.
You all agree that was a trip?
Yeah, I was going up to set the screen again, as usual. And before I could even go up, DJ was running towards me. And then I seen that the guy tripped him. So I was like, let's go. Let's make these free throws.
You started your careers also in a way that most people don't get to, which is winning an Americas title, going to the NCAA tournament, playing Kansas in that first game. I know you all remember that, I'm sure, including that game we mentioned with John Holland getting the foul in the title game. Have you guys talked amongst each other in terms about kind of bookending your career now that as you look at this as the last run, what it would mean to now go back to the NCAA tournament?
I feel like we feel we had no choice but to go back to the NCAA tournament. I feel like that's how we look at it, and I feel like that says a lot about how our season's been going so far, especially in the conference play, because we know every game is important. We know every game Dom tells us all the time to take every game as a playoff game, and just to go as hard as you can, because especially for us, this is our last chance to do anything. So I feel like we just want to leave a good legacy here at BU with this class.
We came in as champs and we leave as champs.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Appreciate it. CBS Sports has referred to BU as the flagship basketball team in the Patriot League already. However, the Terriers are chasing more than just a flag. They're after a conference title and a trip to the NCAA tournament. That will do it for us, though, here on Terriers Take 5. Stay tuned for updates on the show and all BU news through the BU Athletics website at goterriers.com. For the entire Terrier family, I'm Brian Moore saying, let's go BU.